Monica and welcome back to my channel, Comic Cat Creations. So today I have another sewing tutorial for y'all and I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute wrap style crop top. And this is actually a viewer request video, so thank you so much Ronnie for requesting this and I really hope you like it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it's super fun and playful and I love that you can tie it in the back or wrap it around and tie it in the front. And I think it looks really good with high-waisted skirts or over a dress or even with high-waisted pants. So I really hope y'all enjoy this tutorial and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a huge giveaway and I'm going to have some sewing prizes, makeup prizes, and multiple winners. So you might as well subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get sewing. You'll need at least 1 1/4 yards of a stretchy knit fabric and a shirt with sleeves to use as a template. With the back of the shirt facing up, fold the bottom up to be about the length you want your crop top to be, and my top wound up being a little shorter in the back than I expected, so cut yours longer if you want more coverage. Fold your sleeve out of the way into the center of the shirt so that you can see the curved seam of the armhole, and then do the same with the other sleeve. Then pin in several places just to keep the sleeves and folded fabric in place so that when you turn it over, you have a nice neat bodice pattern to use. Lay out your fabric so that it stretches in the direction I have the red arrows going, and then lay your bodice pattern onto the fabric near the bottom corner. Pin it into place, but instead of pinning around the entire bodice, focus the pins along the left shoulder, left armhole, and along the bottom edge. Begin cutting around the left side, left armhole, and left shoulder of the bodice, cutting a 1/2 inch larger for seam allowance on all the sides, and then to create the V-neck wrap style shirt, we need to cut a swoop all the way from the left shoulder to the right armpit. So fold over that right shoulder and armhole of the template, just like I have, and then cut along this line all the way down to the top of the right side of the shirt. Then cut along the bottom edge of the shirt to your desired length, and once you get all this cut, move the bodice template out of the way for now. Now you basically want to extend that right edge of the shirt as long as you need to create the part of the top that wraps and ties around your waist, so keep cutting both the top and bottom edges to create this tie, and I did taper the top edge of the tie slightly so that it gets slightly thinner as I go, but make sure it's still a few inches thick because we'll be hemming it later. And I continued cutting to the very end of my fabric, so now I have a long tie to wrap around my waist. Next, lay this piece onto your fabric with the correct sides of the fabric facing together and use it as a guide to cut out a second piece, so now you have a left and a right front bodice piece cut out with the long ties that will create the wrap part of the top. To cut out the back bodice piece, lay your fabric out again with the stretch running in the direction of the arrows and place your bodice template onto it, then cut it out with a 1/2 inch seam allowance on all sides, and to get it perfectly symmetrical, I cut out the first half of the top and then removed the template, folded my fabric over, and used the part I cut as a guide to cut out the opposite side. Lay one of your front bodice pieces onto the back with the correct sides of the fabric facing together and pin and sew along the shoulder and side with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and always backstitch whenever you start and stop. And since we're using stretch fabric, make sure to use a ballpoint needle and either a stretch or a zigzag stitch so that the seams can stretch. Move the tie out of the way and lay the other front bodice piece down, again with correct sides facing, and pin and sew just as before. To create our sleeve pattern, unfold and lay out your shirt template so that the sleeve is laying completely flat just like mine, so that this edge here is where the sleeve is folded in half, this edge is the seam where it's sewn together, and this curve is the seam where the sleeve and armhole are joined. Lay the straight edge of a large piece of see-through paper like this tracing paper or tissue paper so that it lines up with the folded edge of the sleeve, and then begin tracing along the seam that joins the sleeve to the armhole, and this should look something like a half of a bell. Continue along the seam that goes down the inside of the sleeve's arm to whatever length you desire, and since I wanted 3/4 length sleeves, I didn't bother adding more paper to trace the full length of the sleeve. And then make sure to label where the folded edge of the sleeve is so you know to cut the pattern on a fabric fold. Move the sleeve out of the way and use a tape measure to add a 1/2 inch extra on all the pattern's edges except for the folded edge. And make sure to add a 1/2 inch on the bottom where your wrist would be so your sleeve turns out the correct length after hemming. And the reason I didn't do this is because I planned on cutting my sleeves a bit shorter than the pattern anyway. Then connect the lines and cut out the pattern, making sure not to use good fabric scissors on paper. Fold a portion of your remaining fabric over, again with it stretching in the direction of the arrows, and then lay the pattern onto the fabric so the fold on the pattern matches up with the fabric's fold, and pin it down and cut it out. I cut mine to the length my remaining fabric allowed, which wound up being the perfect 3/4 sleeve length. Then once you get the first sleeve cut out a second identical sleeve. Fold one of your sleeves in half so the correct sides of the fabric are facing together, and pin and sew along the straight edge using the same stretch or zigzag stitch as before, and then repeat with the other sleeve. Then turn them right side out and use a pin to mark this point here at the top of the curve on each sleeve, which will mark the top center point that sits at your shoulder. Then to attach the sleeve to the bodice, you'll need to match up and pin together the bodice's outside shoulder seam here to the top center point of the sleeve you just marked with a pin, and then match up the armpit seam of the bodice to the seam at the bottom of the sleeve's curve. To pin them together, it's easiest to have the bodice turned inside out and opened up where you can see the armhole, and then have the sleeve turned right side out. And you'll just want to take the point you marked with a pin on the sleeve right here and slide it up into the armhole, where you'll just want to match up that pin to the shoulder seam on the armhole and then pin them into place. And you should be pinning so the correct sides of the fabric are facing together. Then you'll need to match up the sleeve seam to the bodice's armpit seam and pin them together too, and make sure to flatten out the seam allowance when you do this. Now that the shoulder and armpit are pinned, you'll want to match up and pin together the fabric around the rest of the armhole, and then sew to attach the two together using your preferred stretch or zigzag stitch, and once that sleeve's been attached, repeat for the other sleeve. Now to hem the sleeves, turn them inside out and fold the raw edge over toward the wrong side of the fabric about 1/4 inch once, then fold it again another 1/4 inch and pin it into place, and continue double folding and pinning the entire cuff and sew it down. I decided to use a decorative stretch stitch just to add a little pizzazz, although this is optional, and make sure to hem both sleeves so they're the same length. Our final steps are to hem all of the remaining raw edges, including the bottom edge of the crop top, the ties, and the neckline. Begin hemming at the short ends of the ties, so with the wrong side facing up, fold the short edge over 1/4 inch once, then again, and pin it down, and then stitch to secure the hems. And for this and the rest of the hems we're doing, I used a regular straight stitch because I'm not going to be stretching the hems as I wrap the top around me, but if you do think you'll be stretching it a lot, then you could use a stretch or a zigzag stitch. Next, I hem the whole bottom edge of the crop top, beginning from the edge of one tie, continuing along the bottom edge of the back of the crop top, and finishing on the other end of the opposite tie. And since this is such a long hem, I double folded and pinned just a few inches of the hem at the beginning of one tie, and then took it to the sewing machine where I sewed those few inches with the straight stitch. And once I got to the part of the fabric that wasn't pinned, I just double folded and stitched a little at a time as I went. And folding as I sew takes a little less time for me than pinning it all first, and you'll get in a groove until the whole bottom edge is hemmed. Now all you have to do is hem the raw edge that begins at the top of one tie, continues all the way up around the neckline, and ends at the opposite tie. And I did this exactly as before by double folding and sewing the hem down, and once you're done you have a fun wrap crop top. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to use the hashtag Comicat Creations on Instagram to show me what you've made. Bye y'all!
I'll have to show that.
And oh, my hair is coming. Oh.
Let's start over. Here we go. Let's get your feet. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Well, she's in her laughing.
I think it was Shannon and
Shannon.
Vicky was kicked out.